Well, you know what? Our spinners are always so popular. This is a brand new wind spinner, and this is a big wind spinner for you, which is really fun. It is called the Girl Next Door, which is Carolyn's collection here. A 75-inch tall garden trowel wind spinner on it. 5 easy pays. Everything's got 5 easy pays. So you get it home for $15.80 on this, which is really, really nice.
Make sure these don't clang into each other.
I know.
Okay, first of all, Pat, aren't these like the best wind spinner you've ever seen?
Because I was thinking, what part is going to be the trowel? And then I saw them this morning, and I was like, oh, nice.
When we were designing this, we thought, well, why don't we use garden trowels? Because, you know, wind spinners always have like flower petals or something, some kind of little propellers. And we thought this was really clever, and I like to say it's going to scoop up the sunshine and spread it all over your garden.
Nice, nice. If you've never had a wind spinner, you're going to find they're so much fun. You're going to have to figure out where to put it in your yard. You know, if it doesn't move a lot, you probably need to move it somewhere else. I have had mine in my backyard for years. Right. They're made to be out in all the weather and the wind, and they're cheery, but they also catch your eye.
Well, put it where you'll look at it, because they're just going to make you smile. And they're very big, but it doesn't take a lot of wind to make them spin.
No.
So they'll spin either direction, and they'll spin at fast speeds, slow speeds. Very easy assembly. This is 75 inches tall, so just over 6 feet tall.
Okay.
It's got a very strong 3-footed base, so once you get it into the ground, it's not going to tip over. We also reinforce the center, so it's not going to bend and wibble wobble. So it's really nicely made. All powder-coated metal. You can choose between the multicolor, which is in my Girl Next Door colors of aqua and yellow and pink and red, and then the galvanized, which I thought looked very sort of farmhouse.
Yeah, it does.
You know, antique-y style, but the galvanized metal does not rust, and either does the powder-coated. So you're going to have something that looks nice for a really long time.
I love the sunflower in the middle.
Well, that's my logo, too.
Oh, oh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. When we get it home, what do we have to put together?
You're going to put together the 2 sides of the propellers, just screw onto the bar, super easy, and it's like nothing complicated, not a million pieces, easy to read directions. And then other than that, you just attach the T-bar that it's on to the sections of the pole.
Okay.
And if you want something that's not quite that tall, you can always take the middle section out.
Okay.
That's good with any of our things that are on these poles like this. This one, though, I like that it's tall because the top is big, and then you can put it over in a fun corner of your yard. This is very eye-catching and fun. So put it where people will see it when they drive past your house. You'll find people slow down and say, oh, what's that cool looking thing? I've had these in the past in my yard, and like you said, I've had one out there for a long time. So has my mom. And it's just fun to look out the window and see them spinning. They're just so cheery.
And they're weather resistant. You don't even have to think about them again. And you can move them if you want to move it. When I take my granddog for a walk, there's someone in the neighborhood who has one in their front yard. And I think that's the way they probably tell people, oh, yeah, look for and if they don't even call it a wind spinner, look for that thing that spins in front of my house. I mean, this is what adds personality.
And it's made out of garden trowels.
Yeah.
How fun is that, you guys? I mean, because Pat and I are both gardeners.
Yeah, it's really cool.
And I love decorative things in the yard, but I like the fact that it's made out of garden tools.
Yeah, I know. Very
so
clever.
Cute.
The other thing you can do is build to, ship to. Because this is something maybe as a housewarming gift you want to think about, a birthday present for a gardener. It would be ideal for that. And just buy it for yourself, because you just buy this once.
Yeah.
And then you will own it for a long, long time.
And it really does last a long time.
Yeah.
And again, it's easy to put together, just a couple of screws, and then you screw the pole together. And then basically you're going to spend more time deciding where you want to put it in the yard than you did putting it together.
Yep.
And comes again with very easy instructions. It's 6'3", 75 inches tall.
Okay.
So, you know, when you get it in the ground, now it's up taller, that we've got it up in a riser.
Yeah.
But it'll be as tall as my husband when I put it in the ground.
Well, that way we know how tall Mike is. That's perfect. 5 easy pays on absolutely everything today. So, you know, as we were talking about that fabulous peony, sometimes you have to be patient, and that's the one thing that I have learned this year is perennials mean patience.
Yeah.
And I think that's perfect because you got to wait a year or two.
Well,
so if you don't have a lot going on back there, this is perfect.
And you can leave this out all winter.
Yes.
It's weather resistant.
Yeah.
And this is something that adds color and interest to your garden, even when
Oh,
it's
look how
dormant.
nice that looks.
And beautiful in the front or the backyard, wherever you spend your time, or you want to show it off at the street, put it there, and you can move it from place to place if you'd like. The only caveat is if you're going to have a tornado or something that's really crazy,
brutal.
I would take the top part off and just lay it on the ground.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to, tempt fate.
Risk it.
When it's like, 50-mile-an-hour winds.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's going to be very sturdy and stay with you season after season. And something like this, you're right, does make a great gardening gift. I find that there's a lot of people who their garden is done. Like my mom has a beautiful land. My mom and dad are 92, and mom's in her 80s. I promised I wouldn't say her exact age, but they both still live in their own house, and they do all their own gardening, and their garden's pretty established. Mom just basically does new things in pots now.
Okay.
But I love giving her decorative things because that's so much fun for her now to, decide where to put that wind chime or where she's going to put those little lights, or, this is going to go in the far corner of the yard across from the shed that a guy came, an Amish man made for them.
Oh, nice.
So it's just something that adds interest and fun to your yard. And when you're outside spending time in the summer, this is just like something that's really neat to have. Like you've got your fire pit, your Adirondack chairs, there's your grill, and now here's something fun and colorful along with your flowers.
Exactly. And it always looks good year round. So you don't ever have to think about it again. The only thing you might, once in a while want to do is maybe move it to a different part. Mine's, as you said, because these are large and you really can see them from a distance. Mine's at a far corner of my yard.
Yeah.
So it's not even really that close. And I like when I go outside because I can see the movement catches my eye right away.
Yeah, and it's fun that it doesn't need a lot of air to make it move.
Yeah.
And it's pretty whether it's spinning slow or fast. And, again, look how
pretty
cheery that is. It's like, hi, welcome to my yard. I've got a sunflower, welcoming you. And just something cheery on a cloudy day. On the backdrop, if you've got like a hedge of tall cypress or green trees, this is going to be so pretty in front of those or in front of a tall fence.
Definitely.
I mean, so pretty.
5 easy pays on everything. You can get it home for $15.80. We have been selling wind spinners, as you know, for years. So if you have always wanted a wind spinner, today's the day to do it because you choose the credit card. You'll have 5 months to work it into your budget, and then you have it. When there really is not a whole lot going on color-wise outside, except for some snow, and there's probably mud now since it was raining all night long. So this will add that excitement, that color, that pretty back to your yard.
And if you're new to shopping with QVC, I was a host here for almost 20 years. I've been gone for about a year and a half. I came back with my passion in life, which is gardening, with my own business. And where better to come than to all of my friends who shop here that shop with me for so many years. So I've brought you so many great new things this year. This is my first time I've done a tall spinner, and I really think we knocked it out of the park. It's absolutely beautiful. And
original.
And you can't, just so you know, these products are exclusive to QVC. You can't find any of these in a big box store or another store or online anywhere else. So we wanted to give you some really special things that you could only find here.
Exactly. And we can do the bill to ship to for you. So if somebody on your in your family, friends, they have a special something coming up, whether it's an anniversary, like for your mom and dad, would be perfect, or whether it's a birthday, or whether we're talking about a housewarming gift. I mean, how fun to have something so original. That's easy. So.
And after the hard work is done, it's time to enjoy your garden. This is going to be something that adds to that. And remember, your garden is a friend you can visit anytime. So.
What time will we see you next?
So I have a whole hour of brand new things coming up at 2 o'clock with Sandra.
Okay,
and then I'll be
exciting.
on Sandra's In the Garden show with a couple more things at 3, and then I'm on with Alberti at 5.
So 2, 3, and
5 today.
Got it.
Yep, can't wait.
Happy Valentine's
Oh,
Day.
thank you, Pat.
You're welcome.
I love you. She's the best
I love
gardener.
you too.
Thanks, everybody.
All right. Thank you, Carolyn. 2, 3, 5. Got it.
Okay.